EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But you look at this defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense?
There he goes, right side. And what a big-time play there. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Now Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Desperados are on the board first here this afternoon.
You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Stroud on third down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
London about set to take over on offense.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Stroud. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
They've got his man complete.
He's to the 15.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And he gets them a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
And
he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Christian Watson, the man he was looking for.
But it'll be 2nd down.
But you look at this defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud. That pass complete to Moore.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stroud sets up the play action. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaking up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 2nd and 8. Stroud looking to throw. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Here goes Stroud again. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Desperados go up by 2 touchdowns.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22. London about set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Jackson now.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And Stroud now to throw. And that one too high and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Jackson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
This one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And this is incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Robinson up the middle.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Now Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson, 72 yards.
And the Monarchs have cut it back within a score. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Outright to Smith-Njigba.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Man open is Robinson.
Down to the 10. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
London about set to take over on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw again is Jackson.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Jackson.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That is caught down inside the 10.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Monarchs are back within a score.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's Stroud.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Stroud looking to throw.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
London about set to take over on offense. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z, and and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
It's a big play there on 3rd down.
41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Here's Jackson. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Play action. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back now here in London. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th.
Now it's Jackson.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there.
And it's 2nd down.
Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw is Jackson.
Finding room at midfield.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And he rifles one incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
3rd down and 13.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
This 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Jackson, option right. The quick feet by Jackson, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Jackson now. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded right at the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 13, just over 2 minutes to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
They'll look to throw here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Stroud.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Stroud.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down. Stroud going to try to throw for it. Into the hands of Cooper.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Now Stroud.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Stroud now on 4th down.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for London, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Rio,
they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.